Hey guys, what's going on? I figure this episode we'll just drive around and just catch up and talk for a little bit. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys are being safe. And I guess we'll just get into it, right? So, what have you guys been up to lately? Any good games played? I've been playing a bunch of random things. Stuff that probably drops on sale on Steam. Like Call of the Wild Angler. That's kind of a funny game. I like it. I like the open world aspect. I'm not the biggest fisherman gamer ever. I don't really care for the ultra realistic aspects of fishing. But I like the exploration and I like kind of like the open world concept of it. And it plays pretty decent. I think there's a good balance of simulation and arcade. There's other games, honestly, if you want to get more simulation. I think Game Pass has, what, Bassmaster? I'm pretty sure that's... this guy's not gonna let me back up. He just keeps on creeping. We're just gonna have to do another lap. Yeah, so like I was saying about Bassmaster, I'm pretty sure that's probably a little more simulation. I haven't played it before, so I don't want to misspeak about it, but I'm pretty sure it's probably more simulation than the Angler is. So, looks like I'm going to be able to back up this time and run it in. Using this truck because I have a little better luck with it than the longer trucks. Because the AI doesn't recognize trailers and whatnot, like tow trucks. God, that's the most frustrating thing when you're trying to do one of those tow truck mods and the AI just constantly wants to cut you off, or they're like always like in a skew at a red light. I don't get it. I don't understand. But yeah, that's why I have this truck. And custom skin and everything, and it was on the walls and whatnot. I figured a little detail into this. So right now we're going to go to the docks, which is, it's not too far from here. We're gonna go drop this off at another facility and then head over to Paleto. So yeah, I've been playing some Call of the Wild Angler. Then I saw that one of my favorite games from a few years ago got put on Game Pass. That's Immortal's Phoenix Rising. I championed the hell out of this game, and quite frankly, I am super stoked that it's there because for whatever reason, it felt like it just kind of dropped off. I don't know if it's the combination of just overconsumption of video games or what Ubisoft usually does of putting a game out for a month and then they start putting sale after sale. I'm pretty sure it's like not even weeks after for Christmas it was already. Alright, so now we are arriving over here at the docks, and you can kind of sort of see the other Amazon facility that I textured a little bit over here. You might have already seen it in the Doc Goose Humps episode, where the AI decided to take a stroll through all the docks in Los Santos for some reason. So yeah, like I was saying, Immortal Phoenix Rising, hell of a game. If you haven't played it, I highly suggest it. It just takes all the boxes of what I wanted. I kind of was getting a little burnt out with the ultra realistic Assassin's Creed games. Um, and I say ultra realistic, but I mean it's not that realistic, but in the same sense, there's a lot involved with it. So I like the kind of snarky dad joke with some arcadey action underlying on it, and it plays fantastically. I first played it on the Switch, and it was lovely. It was looked fantastic on there. Then I got it on sale for Xbox, and it was one of the first games I got on my Series X. And boy, man, that just all the colors just completely obliterates what the Switch was able to do. So we are done with that load, and I don't know if I was leaking something there, or if it was a puddle. It's been raining a lot lately, so more likely it was probably just a puddle, but couldn't tell. Just saw something shiny as I walked by. So yeah, Mortals Phoenix. Good game if you haven't played it. Nice single player. And another fun little thing about it is that it does have cross save. So you're able to, if you want to, play it on Switch and then save it to the cloud and continue where you left off on Xbox. Note that if you do have DLC, it does not transfer over, just the base game. Unless you have DLC on both ends, then you're good. But great game, great ARPG if you're into that type of stuff. Nice action adventure game. So what else have I been playing? Um, did that Disney Dreamlight Valley. That's an interesting one we'll kind of touch on here in a few minutes. I don't know if these guys are gonna let me pull out or what. It's just gonna take forever. I'm just gonna have to just roll out. So yeah, that Disney Dreamlight Valley. That is still early on, but man, it's kind of like everything I wanted out of Animal Crossing. Jesus Christ, these people are going so slow. Turned off my speedometer. I'm not really sure how slow these guys are going, but man, like they have no horsepower. Foxville is passing them. And watch, I'll get in this lane and the other lane will speed up. That's super realistic in this game. So yeah, Disney Dreamlight Valley. It's a good chill game. Good game to put some music on, headsets on, and just zone out. Again, it does a lot of right that Animal Crossing kind of long-term frustrates you. Everybody was into that in the beginning of the pandemic, but as it grew on, you start playing it for a few months, then you start realizing just the loop isn't as fun as it was in the beginning when everybody was playing it. You had really nothing to do because everybody was stuck inside. But you're just spending the majority of your time waiting. And it doesn't sound like, whoa, almost missed my turn. It doesn't sound like very fun experience. I mean, being a little harsh. It's still fun, but it's also frustrating. You want to hop on and pull weeds for 20 minutes, and then you do like your daily tasks or chores, and half your tools break, and then you repair them, and then you go do something else, and then they break again. They did do, oh, Jesus Christ, slamming brakes. They did do a lot right, honestly. Like, they did add a lot of the outdoor furniture, but very limited in terms of what you're able to do. And that was also frustrating. I would think maybe whoa, went a little wide. Maybe the next version of Animal Crossing might improve a lot on that outdoor, outside furniture and clutter and whatnot. It's a good start, but also introduce a lot of new frustrations. Like just cut him off. Can't turn. They won't let me. That it added a lot more limitations to what you're able to do and what you're not to do, and it had a lot of Nintendo. Like, I know what's good for you, so I'm just gonna make these decisions with no real reason or even video game sense as to why you can only put this here, or you create all these cool interactive things, then you can't like interact with them. What's the point of creating a pool or like poolside area if you can't go in the water? Like, I spent probably several hours making kind of like a resort style pool area, and then I realized why. Can't go in the water. Everybody's just gonna lounge, that's it. Or I made an arcade and you weren't able to really interact with anything. Like, all these cool little things, and like all they do is just like you press the A button on something and it just makes like a small animation, that's it. Very frustrating on some of those things. I wasn't a hardcore Animal Crossing person on 3DS or the Wii or GameCube, but after all the shiny wore off in the beginning, spent a lot more time being frustrated and asking myself why I can't do certain things. And I just eventually shrugged my shoulders and like, that's because that's basically it. Um, and eventually it dropped out of that game after I put like so many hours into it. Those first few months just stopped getting fun. It's just felt like having a job that I wasn't getting anything out of. So yeah, then the Disney Dreamlight Valley came out, which again, it's early access, which is a little bit misleading when they kind of announced everything, and at least from my understanding. But it's fun. You're not waiting around as much to do the same. You're pulling weeds, you're flowers, you're digging holes, you're fishing, you're doing a lot of the same stuff you have in your Story of Seasons games, or your Ruin Factories, or Animal Crossings, your normal farming and relaxation life sim games. Ooh, took the turn wide. But it just doesn't insult your time. Doesn't it like feel like they in a weird way Disney feels like they respect your time. I'm probably gonna need some gas. I'm sure as hell not gonna make 5 miles to Paleto. Alright, so we just finished topping off fuel here, and so where was I? Oh yeah, the Disney. It's called it the Disney Dream Factory. Isn't that the Rob Dyrdek show from MTV? um, Anyways, the Dreamlight Valley, or now known as the Disney Dream Factory, it doesn't waste your time. It you click the things and it just works. It doesn't screw with you. And when you run out of stamina, you just go to your house and then you leave. Or if you have a bunch of fruit or vegetables, you just eat those and you're good. You can still do whatever the hell you're doing. If you want to buy things, you could buy it when you want to. You want a new building? Cool, pay them. And then you got it. You don't have to wait a day or several days to get a shop or all these weird little things that Nintendo just wants to kind of delay your gameplay experience. So I'm digging it. I'm not super far into it. I haven't really got into the different levels and scenarios that they have later on, so a lot of this could actually change. It could honestly get more like Animal Crossing later on, but I haven't reached it yet. And it's a game too that I'm not really wanting to watch other people do, because I don't want any spoilers. I don't want anything ruined. I just kind of what's going on over here? Guys, like cutting off the no, he's hitting the truck. Not cutting him off, he's hitting the truck. Yeah, I don't want anything ruined. So I'm just kind of enjoying my time with it. It's a different game, kind of a different mentality. It's like when you play The Sims. What the hell's this guy doing? Speeds around me and then cuts me off and then hits me. Christ. GTA drivers. Light left. At least for this side of the bridge. Are you gonna go? No, you're not gonna go. You're gonna let me go. It's a pretty sight though. I liked all the different colors here. So, the last game I got that I've already have on Xbox that I got on Steam because it was super cheap was Just Cause 4. That's such a fun game too. It's open world, but I'm pretty sure you have played this at this point or know about it. The series is pretty crazy with all this. You're basically a Hispanic superhero, like a Batman with all the gadgets and whatnot, and I like the humor in it. But it's pretty cool though to play it on Steam Deck. I had it on Epic and I tried Lutris on in desktop mode, and while it did work, it took a lot of time and a lot of settings. Oh, stand still. Yeah, a lot of settings and to tweak things. And there wasn't a guarantee that like the cloud would work on Epic. So I knew it worked, and just waited for a sale to come on Steam and got it. And it runs beautifully, and it looks great, and it's fun to sell on it. Honestly, I don't think it exhausts my battery any more than the other games, other big games. So pretty satisfied with that one. And I took a little trip a couple weeks ago to Universal. There, went to go see one of my friends. We have annual passes, so we try to make as many trips as we can. Take advantage of the good weather. And it was fun. We able to see a lot, and surprisingly, there wasn't as many people as you would kind of expect. Sure, it wasn't as low as it was during the pandemic, but still not up there like it used to be. But still enough time to actually do both parks, and we had to kind of juggle them around because now they're starting to do Halloween Horror Nights. So the older Universal Park Studios closes, I think, at like 5. So they could, I guess, start changing to Halloween Horror Nights. So we just had to kind of have a game plan of doing that early on in the day and then going to Islands Adventure in the afternoon and evening. So we were able to maximize our time. And then this week, which I'll probably be putting this up middle of the week, so I'm hoping it doesn't do anything, but Jesus Christ, what are you doing parked in the middle of the street? We're dealing with a Hurricane Ian. Might be a category 3 by the time this video goes up. So I'm hoping it goes a little west. Seriously hoping that wherever it goes it downgrades, but when you're kind of in the warm waters of the Gulf, it usually intensifies, so kind of a crap situation of wherever this thing's going. So just trying to stackpile a couple videos out because I'm not sure if we're gonna lose power or what kind of situation we're gonna be in at the time. So we are actually at maybe like a light away. I think we're about a light away from the Paleto Amazon facility. We're gonna make this drop. Unless we already passed it, just talking and I guess we'll check. So yeah, what's this chick doing? She's just casually strolling in here, and then now she's gonna like almost T-pose in front of me, and then freaks out after. Great, good strategy. Yeah, it's over here on the right. So yeah, it's basically everybody's hurricane prepping. This is what we do in the fall. Northern states start wearing coats and long pants. We clean our lawns and make sure things are tied down and put away for hurricane season. Granted, it starts in June, but we don't normally get them until like late August, September. So here we're going to the loading dock on the side where we can actually fit this truck back around. So yeah, we're hoping that really nothing comes out of this, and honestly not just for us but anybody, to be honest. It's not a fun time. These things always suck. Some people luck out, other people don't. It is what it is. It still sucks though. We're just trying to be smart about it and just paying attention, seeing what guidelines are and where it's at and how harsh it's gonna get, and just hoping it doesn't get too bad. But anyways, I will see you guys probably a few times this week. Like I said, I'm gonna try to get a couple videos out here and just kinda in the meantime.